All right. Welcome back. This is going to be a rough episode, if you know what I mean. There are two sick rough orders in the cafe right now. But we're going to have to catch a lot of rough because both of them require a little larger than normal. Both orders do. So we're going to catch them as long as we can in this spot. Then we'll catch something else, just down here during the day until it's time for rough again. But this will be some good silver if we can finish either one of the orders. We'll hit level 14, assuming we can catch some fish. And we'll see how it goes. So this one has a size 18 hook, which is a little on the large side for rough. This one has the small, most appropriate, or like the smallest. It's like, what, a 22 maybe? So it's not going to catch much besides rough. Yeah, it's 22. And then this one's a 20, which I kind of think is my favorite size for rough. And we'll see how it goes. We're probably going to need to make some more ground bait. Holy cow. Alright, any guesses? I'm going to say bream. But it also could just be like a nice roach. Common carp have gone after regular worms in the past. I'd be surprised in this spot. I've just never seen a common carp in this spot. But obviously this is something... It's moving pretty nice. I mean, if it's a bream, it's a heck of a bream. If it's a roach at this point, I'd say it's a trophy. I mean, I'm starting to think it is like chub, common carp, tench. I mean, what are the larger, stronger fish? We're at friction break 19 on a 5.4 fluorocarbon leader, and we're not stopping it. That's all I know. Small hook and worms. Alright, we've got it turned towards us. We've got some momentum. This should at least show us what it is. That is a tench. Nice. Hey, that's a lucky fish to level up on, right? That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go get... Let's go get a little bit of ground bait, and let's make sure. I think those tench orders that were in the cafe earlier, I'm pretty sure they're both gone, but let's just... Oh. It wasn't quite big enough. That is interesting. Okay, we're going to skimp on our ground bait. Let's go cheap here. I think we already had like 1 or 2 crackers left. Let's go, let's just go maggots instead of doing maggots and bloodworm. Yeah, that tench wasn't anywhere near big enough. Imagine if that was a 2.5 tench. How much we had to, like, wait and make sure we didn't pop our... Oh, please be a rough. So it is getting to be that time where the rough will show up less and less. Do I have this line clipped? I'm not even sure. Alright, so when we don't have any current bites... Ooh, I think that was going to be... You know what? Let's recast that, make sure it doesn't get snagged. What I would like to do is go to the cafe just to get... Yeah, that is clipped. I guess it's at 14. Get a reminder of... please be a rough. Get a reminder of what we're looking at in terms of... Are the tench starting to show up here? $47.36. Is that where I tried yesterday? Oldberg White Bream. What bait is he using? It's pretty good. So we could go to Oldberg anyway to see what were we looking for? Oh, to see if they had size 6 carp hook. Am I still looking for that though? I mean, I feel like we don't really need that right now. Sweet. Wow. Alright, we might have to try that. $45.63 sweet dough. $45.63 sweet dough. 9-meter clip. Interesting. Alright, it's getting a little roachy, which is fine. I mean, we were never going to finish, probably not either order on the first day. We'll have to get them during the evening, hopefully. That's a nice little rough. But we want to keep it going as long as we can just to make it as easy as possible to finish it. Bream. They'll pretty much like completely disappear before too long. Alright, so let's go get an update on the orders. I would like to try that white bream spot though. Alright. So 6 from 70, we've got 2. And then 5 from 44. If you take off these 2, we've got 4. So we can almost finish that order maybe before nighttime. And then just have the big one left. They're such good silver though. Okay. I do want to try the white bream spot. I think we need to finish this rough order first. And I think we're almost time to stop. Sweet dough, size 14. What time is it? 11:14? Yeah, let's start moving these to the other spot. They still come out occasionally, huh? Alright, that'll get that first order done, I think. That's the other thing we need to make is Crucian Gibble bait. Alright, so we're going back down to clip 9. We got a few hours here till the... few hours till the... rough show up again, I think. Tench really are kind of moving into this spot. Alright, we need to make sweet dough and we need to make Crucian Gibble mix. That is just farther than I've been casting, but let's try it. So we just got a point. We could max this out, or we could go ahead and put another point in ground bait. Let's go ahead and put our third point in ground bait. White. Very nice. Nice gibble. Okay. Well, so far they've been all keepers, even during this less than ideal time. Alright, Sezga commented on a last video, spot for rough and setup. You know, the setup doesn't matter too much with the rough. They are super hungry fish, it seems like. I don't think they care. Other than hook size and bait. You know, I think you can catch them with flora leaders. You can catch them without it. But you want to use as small a hook as possible. Red worm will work. Other stuff may work. But the easiest thing is just use regular worms. The cheapest things use regular worms. What was I getting here, guys? Ground bait? And there was something else. Sweet dough. Flour, sugar. Flour, sugar, milk. 1, 2. I don't want to spend a ton right now. 1, 2. Whoo! was stupid. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 3. So I really like size 20 hooks for the rough. And as I will be doing again in this video, I'll show you the spot here though. It's anywhere right here on the beach off camp. Starting here, going all the way down to here. Anywhere in this area. So like 51, 59-ish. And you want to clip at 14 so you don't get ghost snags. You could clip shorter and still catch them, but you'll run into more ghost snags shorter. There we go. Let me get those big old roach. Yeah, this is like way farther than I usually cast, but it seems just as good. I mean, honestly, guys, it feels like anywhere in here, and possibly this way too, is just really active for lots of things, but especially crucians and gibbles, I guess. Does I have a fish on already? Dang, I can't even like get him in the water. That's tiny though. Yeah, they're really small this time of day. We're about 3 to 4 in-game hours from switching back to rough and finishing that order off. That one type of milk I got, you can't use for this stuff. Holy cow. Okay, well, we made a few. We gotta get some more milk. Let's see here. Yeah, that's true, it could be. The roach seem to be stronger and stronger as the days have gone by. I don't think I turned in the small rough order yet, did I? Alright, I think pretty soon we'll start seeing the quality of the gibbles and crucians out of that spot increase again. I think it's just this time of day. Gets a little lousy. But that's pretty much true any crucian gibble spot. Like, you'll have occasional okay ones come in this time of day, but it just needs to get a little later or earlier in the day. So we don't want to do anything over 70 grams in this one. So we need one more piece. Okay. Yeah, I'd rather catch those marker rough than like tiny crucians and gibbles. Let me get the blood flowing and grab a drink. Goodness gracious. Still really small. Yeah, unfortunately, the best time to fish in this spot is also the same time we need to fish for rough. Just can't really do it all, you know. But at least we're catching something during this downtime. Okay. Seems promising. Jerk move there, fish. So see, 9 out of 10 quality. We'll get a decent amount of pretty decent ground bait now that we have 3 points in there. Nine out of 10, do it again. It's really time. I don't want to have to admit it to myself, but it really is time. All right. So this is kind of your ideal rough setup. Again, it doesn't really matter on leader. I mean, I'm using 5.4 fluorocarbon leaders. My ground bait has crackers, bloodworms, maggots, and sunflower oil. The important part here, though, is the hook and the worm. Okay? And we're going to go to 14. Cast it in the water. Start catching the rough. I may keep these other two over here a little bit longer. Because the rough, it's a little early for rough, but they will start coming in now. Nice crucian. Okay. Probably should have just checked that rough line, but weird. Weird stuff, man. Gotta get some more sausage going. Or maybe some potatoes, something a little more filling. Okay, let's go see what this is. I think it's on there. You wish it was a rough. So this is why I'm kind of waiting to move the other ones over there. I'm just not sure that the influx of rough has happened yet. It will be soon though. And the big gibbles are starting to show up. Okay. Big old crucian. I think if we sat here fishing here all night, we would catch a trophy. That's what I think. But it's hard to pass up on that kind of silver from those rough orders. But these will add up. I mean, these are all like, what, worth a couple silver at least? These big old gibbles and crucians. It's a nice, pretty crucian. At some point they updated the detail level on the crucians. They look good. I still wonder if overnight in this spot, like till maybe like 2 or 3 a.m., it wouldn't be better to use worms and then try to catch like the early morning trophies on Sweet Dough. Sounds like most of the trophies are coming in around 7, 8 a.m. on Sweet Dough. So I'm not sure that's the best bite overnight, but I could be wrong. I haven't done it enough myself since we opened up Sweet Dough to figure it out. But once it gets to be like midnight or so, I just feel like sometimes some of the meatier baits do a little better. We're catching some nice fish right now, and you see how all of a sudden all of those 300, 400 gram Crucians and Gibbles have turned into 700, 900 gram. It happens suddenly. And the rough aren't exactly flying out of the water over here yet either. Technically 2200 is like for real night has started, so woo. Alright, might be onto something here. Or is it caught behind the log? No, I think it's just a nice fish. It might have been caught up a little bit. It's not quite a trophy. I don't think. Actually, I'm not sure. It is a trophy. Woo! Okay. So here's the question. Trophy Gibble. So if those are coming out with some regularity on Sweet Dough through the overnight hours, let's say you average 1 to 2 a night, how good a silver is that? What the heck? Went away. Let's go check. Because that's like... I mean, it might not be a bad choice to go for the trophies in that spot. I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad choice to go for trophies. I'm just saying, even if these rough orders... But these are pretty rare rough orders. These aren't just rough orders. All the rough orders are good. These are like the great rough orders. So I don't think it's a wrong decision to get these done. Golly. We do so well at this frickin' cafe, man. Alright, let's see. So 11 silver for 1 trophy Gibble. Plus you're going to have a bunch of silver from all the other Gibbles and Crucians over here. So it might keep up with the rough cafe orders. I don't know. It just depends on how good it is. It's definitely more exciting than rough after rough, but I just don't get... There we go. Alright, now they've started for real. We need some big boys. We need 1 over 45, and then we need some big boys. Like, more than 70. Holy cow! It's like up on the land over there. That was a fat one. I think we can officially say that this is now the best that I know of current trophy Gibble spot. Now in the past, that spot over there has been, but I think there's a lot of people that are fishing both spots right now, and I think the most trophies have come out over here at this point. Just for like right now. I'm not saying it'll always be that way, but for this very day, this given moment, seems like that is the case. Okay. Let's see if we can't get this order done. Well, that's too big. Do we move the other one too? It's like smelling blood. There's trophies in the water. We just can't help ourselves, you know. Starting to rain. We better get some digging in. Now this is where setting up from here would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Let's try it. And I'll just have a much more fun time reeling them in. Now, I wouldn't want to do that if I wasn't fishing for rough over here, because the efficiency of just popping them in and throwing it back out real quick. It's too nice. We need some big boys. We need some big boy rough to start coming in. Those are small boys. That's a weird cast. Hold on, can I see where that line is? So we really want it to be a little bit more to the right, I think. So weird. I like it. This shouldn't take too long here. It's like almost never that long a bite. Unless I need to recast it. Alright, it's a little bigger. A little bigger boy, but that's a white, isn't it? Okay, interesting. Too small. All right, I think we can go to like 22, 23 meter or clip. Probably be better. I'll be right back. Okay. Hey, is that large enough? 44? Was 40 or 45 the... There we go. Let's reel it in a country mile here. The other thing you worry about with this is if you hit a trophy, the longer you have to reel it in, the more chances it has to pop off. And trophies tend to fight a little stronger than your average species. All right, let's go down. I mean, your average version of that fish. So we're going down to 23 meter clip. Yeah, that looked even better, and I think 22 would probably look even better. I guess we just need to fully embrace the rough if we're gonna... Oh, let's go check that. Maybe that's maybe we're good on the smaller one. Alright, so we don't want it to be 70. It's got to be 44. 44 to 68. There is 31 silver. And we are 2 towards 6. So we need 4 more 70 or higher. I mean, this is the hard one, right? So that's going to be unlikely, right? Especially with us not fully going for it. Well, let's give rough a chance. Let's go for it. And we'll just watch the time. I mean, if we're not even getting close, then we'll switch back real quick to try to hit the trophy time. Gotta be 70. Not a rough. Unless it's a blue tag special. Two out of six. I think we're going to end up having to let that rough order pass us by. That looks like a really... I can't tell. Is that a small gibble? Yeah, for a second I thought it was a decent white bream, but it had too much coloration on it. It's not gonna happen, is it? So we're halfway there. 3 out of 6. Let's see. Wow. Please be a rough. That doesn't have ground bait on it. Crackers, bloodworm, maggots, sunflower oil. $8.3, we're getting there. All right, watch what this fish is. Remember, this was no ground bait. Okay. Just a little nervous we were going to catch a trophy rough there with no ground bait, and I was going to, my plans were going to be completely foiled. That's weird. It had not pulled at all. It's tiny. Like as small as they come. I dare you to catch a smaller rough than that. It's almost trophy time for Gibbles. And we're at 4, is that right? Yep. And we're catching a lot of not like smaller than markers. Crap. Being impatient because I want to catch another Crucian Gibble trophy. But we're so close now on this order. We're just walking away from a lot of silver for something that's not guaranteed. It's probably at least worth trying to get this order done. We need to get lucky twice. Could move 1 over, and we got to do it now if we're going to do it. Oh my gosh, please be rough. All right. I just have to go for it with 1 rod. I'm a sucker for these things. It probably means we won't get either the order done or the trophy caught because we're not committing to either one, but it's whatever. We're going to make plenty of silver. We're going to be well over 200 and probably be able to go get our night crawlers. If that's what we choose to do. Oh, come on, rough. You know you want to be a rough. We might not get these 2 rough even if I had stayed with all 3. The rough have slowed down. I'm kind of glad I didn't leave all the rods there. I really want to go try that white bream spot. I think that might be what we do on our next episode. Almost snapped it. Is that a roach? Like, how did I almost snap my line on that roach? I was pulling so aggressively. Well, we passed trophy time. But we have a lot of fish. We have 80 fish. And we turned in, what, 3 cafe orders? 4? I just don't know that we're going to get this one. Got jingle bells going over here, though. They're so tricky on these bites now. We were never going to hit this rough order, were we? Fish on! Hey, if it's rough. The rough have dried up. So we're almost at 40% on feeder, which means picker rod is a thing. The rough are not here at the moment. That's fine. Alright, let's spend our last in-game hour. Good grief, we've got to make more sweet dough. Do we get the night crawlers? What do we use night crawlers for? I mean, then we'd be able to use them for crucian gibbles. We'd also be able to maybe go for something like eel at Old Berg. They just seem to be good overall. Definitely get your silver back on them, but it's just a lot of night. It's 300 night crawlers for 200 silver. At Belay, yes, cheapest, you know, way to get some night crawlers at this level. Alright, 2 more fish. Alright, so this is the last one we're throwing back out because that's our last piece of sweet dough. Unless it gets a bite pretty quick, we may not wait for it either though. That's interesting. So, that's a good question. Do you fish at amber if you don't have PVA unlocked yet? So you're not 100% on feeder fishing. I mean, you can use potatoes with carp ground bait and maybe do okay. I don't know. I haven't tested that. Or you can use boilies with dip if you know that there's a really hot spot. Just know that it's probably not going to be quite as hot for you if you're not using PVA. That's a tough one though. $95 fish in our net. That's a 50 silver order. Oh, gosh. Both of those are doable, but it means staying here for the next episode instead of going to Chest White Bream. How much time do we have? It's getting close on the rough. We'd hit the roach order no problem if we go back down to that place and use pearl barley. 50 silver. How much am I rough worth just selling the roach worth just selling the roach? 20 silver. Yeah. Let's just sell them. Alright, so we're at 318 silver. Okay. I really want to try the white bream spot. I think that's what we'll do next. But we're making good silver. I just got to decide about night crawlers. It's probably worth it. You hate to spend 200 silver on bait at this level. It's just kind of discouraging, but you just sort of forget it and move on. Over time, you'll definitely make it back up. I mean, the thing is, we have enough silver that we could go ahead and you know, be pretty close to getting like a really nice reel, for example. And the truth is, we're not that far away from Cory. Like, do you start thinking about you know, a starter trolling rod for Cory? They're not that expensive. Get a couple of those is 500, and then we could put our Adriatica on there, and then get like a Maybe save up for a Sputnik Pro if that's in stock anywhere. Have a couple of reasonable spinning rides to troll. I don't know. I have to think about what's the future of this series. I mean, we're killing it here at Mosquito. I want to try this another spot at Oldberg, so we'll see. Again, I mean, we're already past level 14. The issue is not leveling in this game for now. The issue is silver. That is the issue. All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time.